Hello and welcome to my review of the Eldar made to order models from Games Workshop. Now, I did say that I'd do like a full review of the models that I purchased when they had them available and once I built them. I have done separate reviews of all these models, the Bone Singer, the Autark, and then I did a combined one with the Farseer and the Ranger because I'd covered the Farseer before, the plastic one that you get in the new Eldar Start Collecting set, and the Ranger, you don't really get sergeants or anything like that, so it's just a normal Ranger. So I covered those in separate review, which is probably somewhere on the channel. But these are the 4 models that I purchased. I think there were 7 or possibly 8 of them. A couple of the other models looked pretty old, so I didn't bother getting those. But I'm happy with the ones that I did purchase. Right here is the Autark with a power weapon. Unfortunately, the new codex doesn't allow him to have a shuriken pistol, so for kind of friendly games and things, I suppose you could say that is a fusion pistol, which is what the war gear has. I missed out on getting this model when it first released quite a few years ago, but stunning looking model. I really like the new one as well. The new one is £16. It's a fair bit of money actually. You know, £1 more than like the lieutenants and things that are coming out, and obviously a little bit more than the Death Guard models. But this one here cost me £12, which I think was not too bad. It's only like £1 more than the Eldar Spirit Seer that they're selling, but you're getting as much, if not more detail, especially with these wings, and you get like a Dark Reaper missile launcher, I think it is as well, and the option of not having the wings, of just having like the banners instead. So that was a good buy. Really pleased with that model, lots of detail. Then we move on to the metal miniatures. Now, Games Workshop, sort of 20 years ago, a lot of their models were made in metal, and they were quite cheap. I say they're quite cheap. They were sort of expensive for the time, but you know, cheaper back then than they were now, obviously, and they're an absolute pain. I'd much rather buy things in plastic clamshell, even if I'm paying a little bit more, just because plastic's so much easier and quicker, and all the rest of it to work with and to modify as well. And I know I'll make a big fuss about plastic clamshell packs, or you know, lieutenants or captains or chaplains or whatever in monopose form, but really we had monopose with these metal miniatures. I mean, take this Farseer for example. He's just one piece. It's just him. You just glue him to the base and that is it. Your friend buys one of these, can look exactly the same, unless you chop the arm off somehow, but you're not going to be able to do much with the body. With the head, it's going to be very difficult to chop that off. Even this sort of witch blade as well on the back, it's going to be difficult to modify that. But there you go, this little Farseer, he was £10. I think he's quite expensive for what he is. I think they're trying to play on the nostalgia factor here. He doesn't have an immense amount of detail compared to the other sort of metal miniatures here. He only comes in one part, doesn't have many options, and yeah, I think he should have been £7, if not £6, to be honest. But that's the Farseer, probably the worst out of all of them. Then we got the Ranger here. Now this one was cheaper. It's actually £3 cheaper than the Farseer, and he does have an extra part. This kind of back-slung pouches and another kind of rifle thing. So that's the Ranger kneeling, just normal Ranger. You know, you can use them in your Ranger squad. I think the box sets, all the box sets for Eldar are still in resin. So hopefully when they bring out the new Avatar in plastic, it's supposed to be as big as sort of Mortarion, then they'll update all their Aspect Warriors and Rangers and things and put them all in as plastic kits. But until then, that's another Ranger to add to the little Ranger squad. And finally, the elephant in the room, this beautiful looking model, this Eldar Bone Singer. Absolutely lovely model. A real fantastic model to behold. One can only imagine how much this would sell if it was in plastic. And I don't think it'd be that difficult to make in plastic. You know, it only consists of 4 parts anyway. And it's a shame that Games Workshop didn't give them the full commitment and turn them all into plastic. But this is what we've got instead. Sort of made to order metal miniatures, which is good because, like I said before at the start, it gives me an opportunity to get the models that I completely missed or never got the chance to get in the first place, because like that Farseer is a very old sort of model. So there you go, that is the Bone Singer. I think it was great that they did, though, however, give you this little booklet with him, with rules for him in 40k. Pretty much works a lot like a Mechanicus Tech Priest, you know, in that he can be regaining the D3 wounds once per turn. So yes, you can be given your Wraith Knight, you know, the 3 wounds a turn. You can only use it once, so you can't have like a bunch of these Bone Singers all surrounded by a Wraith Knight, making it pretty much invulnerable. But yeah, this model here was £10. So to put it in perspective, they're actually charging the same for this Bone Singer as they do for this Farseer, and I think that's a bit horrific, really, because the Bone Singer is just a farly superior model, with lots of detail and pose and parts and all the rest of it. So there you go, that's just a little look at all these models. Certainly the Bone Singer is my favourite out of all of these. I really like the model, really like the pose. I think it's a great looking model, and especially in those red and white colours. I mean, I suppose it look all right in the green, and you really got to make sure you get this wraith bone, just the right sort of bone colour too, to match your army. But that's my favourite model out of all these. Yeah, as I say, I didn't get all of them. I'm sure there are people that did, so you can hunt for all of their videos too. Anyway, I want to open up a debate about it. What do you guys think of Games Workshop's decision to re-release old miniatures? Do you think that's good, even if it means that they release them in metal again? Would you rather that happen than them not release any of the models at all? Or would you rather them try and make them all in plastic, or just not give you the metal option either? Even if it means it takes them a bit longer. Really interested to hear your thoughts. Put it in the comments below. And if you do have a favourite model out of this Eldar made to order run, please do share your thoughts. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.